Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Well, I know it's been a couple of weeks since I've posted a video. I've had a couple of big projects going on at work that have really just kind of taken up all of my time, but hopefully that's slowing down enough now to allow me to get back in and start creating some more videos and some more reviews and press on with getting our Witch Hollow display done and finished. And so today we're going to jump in and take a look at the 2017 Witch Hollow home, the house, and the coordinating accessory that goes with that. That's Hattie's Hat Shop, and Hattie's Hats Custom Fitted is the coordinating piece. We're going to take a look at that today. And then at the end of this video, there's a couple of big announcements coming up from Department 56 concerning Halloween, and we'll go over those, at least talk about those and see what you guys are thinking, and I'll share with what I'm thinking. So with that, let's jump right in and review the 2017 Witch Hollow pieces for Department 56 Halloween. Okay, well, as you can see, here is the box for the 2017 Witch Hollow piece. This is Hattie's Hat Shop. Again, released in 2017, and if you were to have bought this brand new retail in 2017, this would have set you back $110. And I'll be honest with you, this is one of my all-time favorites in the Witch Hollow series, and I think it's because of the purple and the yellow lights that just kind of coordinate all around this house. I absolutely love it. You guys know that I'm a big fan of, obviously, Halloween, but you can't get any more Halloween than the purple lights, the yellow coming through the doorway, the pumpkin lit up, and then the yellow light that kind of illuminates the top of the hat. And the top of the hat's pretty cool too. It's got this little mesh type around it, like you'd see back in the, on certain hats in a certain time frame in that era. It looks really, really good. And so with that, let's move some of the accessories off, and let's move the trees off, and let's take a closer look at just the actual house. Okay, with everything out of the way, you can see as we start sort of at the top here at the sign, you've got the sign kind of bracketed by two little pillars there with witch hats on them that says Hattie's Headwear. And then obviously you've got that light that comes out, and it's pretty bright, honestly. I mean, I've got full daylight on in the kitchen here, and you can see the how it just illuminates right on the top of that. It looks really, really good. And then you've got another little witch hat here for the top of the little stovepipe that's coming out of the hat. And then let's just stick at the top here. Look at the detail in the paint on this hat. It is really, really well done. It's sort of a kind of a copperish look with some of the wear there in sort of a greenish color. There's a name for that, and for whatever reason it escapes me now, but it's a pretty cool looking paint job, because it looks fairly incredibly realistic, honestly, in my opinion. It certainly does anyway. And then the rest of the hat is just covered in this sort of a mesh material that goes all the way around the hat. It looks really, really good. And this mesh sort of hangs down, which is actually also pretty cool. It goes all the way around the hat. And then if you look at the detail in the windows and on the brickwork, you've got, you can lift some of this stuff up just so we can get maybe a better look underneath here. But if you look underneath, you've got a witch hat that kind of sits on a pillar there. You can see the windows and how cool they are with that purple light illuminating everything. It almost glows. And then the yellow coming through the windows just adds to all that. One of my favorite features here is obviously the jack-o'-lantern. Now, obviously, I've zoomed in on him. You can see that he looks pretty good. He is also wearing a witch hat, and the cool part is when you zoom back out, look at the light that it casts out onto this material here. I mean, it's pretty bright. So this is a very, very bright piece, yet the purple is so subtle, it just kind of gives this really strange glow. Obviously, this is a headwear hat shop, right? So you've got hats everywhere. You've got hats kind of complementing the front door there, coming out the open door. You've got hats stacked up in the window on the outside here. You've got more hats stacked up on this little retaining wall that goes around here. And then as we come around to the back of the house, let me zoom out a little bit more, not a big change to the back of the house, just more of the brickwork. And I mean, really detailed though. I mean, you can see the detail on the paint and the brickwork, and then almost like the stucco on the side of the house looks really good. And so this plugs in via an adapter. So these are LED lights. Obviously, you can see the purple LED lights, but the inside the house is yellow LED lights, all done by an adapter. So no physical plug to change out, or no physical light bulb, rather, to change out for different colors in this one. But if you take a look a little bit farther back, just a really cool piece. This is one of my favorites to have in this collection. I love the lighting. I'm a huge sucker for lights anyway. Just in general, and this one really does a good job there. Okay, so let's move over to the accessory. The accessory for this piece is Hattie's Hats Custom Fitted, and it's got Hattie herself there, kind of putting a really big hat on this young little witch, and then she's got a magic wand up there to shrink that hat to the appropriate size, and that's how the custom fitting works. So this is the 2017 coordinating accessory that goes with Hattie's Hat Shop. And if you were to have picked this up brand new, this piece would have cost you at the time of release $30. You can still find these on the secondhand market quite regularly, and they're not crazy. I mean, you're probably not gonna find one for $30, but they're not crazy expensive either. Interesting story, back when I was doing a lot of flying, I was at I don't remember exactly where I was, but I always looked up Department 56 places to go look at when I was on the road. I went into one and I found this piece brand new, sitting on a shelf that was the last one they had. And so I didn't have Hattie's Hat Shop at the time, but I knew that I was starting to collect this stuff for the Witch Hollow series. And so I picked this up for retail, which is remarkable when you think about it. So there are some places out there that still have the pieces. So if you take a closer look at this, the house itself is ceramic or porcelain. It is typical of Department 56 for this era, very well done. The coordinating accessory is resin, and I love the resin pieces. You guys know that. This is no different. Look at the paint job, just sort of surrounding the grass and the leaves. It just looks really, really, really good. The sign will start there, and it says custom fittings available, inquire within. It's got this little measuring, a little tape measure that is kind of, affixed and glued to the top of the little stand there. You've got a couple little flowers or whatever those are there. You've got the little girl standing on a stool with a little patch on her shirt or her dress and this huge hat on. And then as we kind of tilt this up, bear with me here, I don't want to try to get a good look at her face. And I know it's hard to focus in that area, especially with this camera. Let me see if I can put her up here and we can get a little bit better focus on her face. A little bit better, I suppose, but she's got this big grin ear to ear, just happy to be getting this hat. She's helping to hold it up on her head as it's being fitted. And then if we turn the piece around, you can see Hattie back there, and she's not a real scary witch, but she's obviously, they're all sort of green, but she is, red lips and a huge hat. Huge hat, big green hands with that wand there, and she is really taking her job incredibly serious at making sure this is all fitted up for this young witch. And so this piece is just a really cool coordinating piece that goes with Hattie's Hat Shop. So again, very, very thankful to have all of these pieces in my collection. Just a tremendous piece. Very, very well done for the Witch Hollow series. Okay, well, hopefully that gives you a closer and more detailed look at the 2017 Department 56 Witch Hollow pieces, Hattie's Hat Shop, and the coordinating accessory, Hattie's Hats Custom Fitted. Two of my all-time favorite pieces in this collection. I know I say that quite often, but these are absolutely, I love the purple lights. I love the ambiance and the way that looks in our village at night. And so you can still find these on the secondhand market. The Hattie's Hat Shop's a little more difficult to find, and you're going to pay a little bit more, actually a lot more than probably retail if you're able to find that one. The coordinating piece is a little simpler to find and a little on the, it's not nearly as expensive as some of the other pieces. So you may already have that in your collection, you may not, but if you don't and you want these in your collection, this, patience is always the key. At some point you will find a good deal, I promise you. I know I have trouble with patience as well, but I'm working on it. Hey, a couple of things that are coming up that are surprising that just was sort of released or announced unofficially just a couple of days ago, and that is, I don't know if we would consider these mid-year releases for Department 56 Halloween, but nonetheless, there are some additional releases for Department 56 Halloween. There's 4 pieces in particular. There's supposed to be a live Facebook event tomorrow. That's going to be Thursday, that you're going to get to meet the artist, and their Mrs. Littown is going to go through and kind of probably showcase these pieces and tell you about them and so on. And so if you're able to tune into that tomorrow, that'll be on Facebook Live. It'll obviously, you can watch it at whenever after it shows live. But that, I think, is where they're going to officially release some of this stuff. The first piece that I want to talk about is the 2023, this is the 25th year for Department 56 Snow Village Halloween. And so they're going to kick that 25th anniversary off with a 25th anniversary piece. And I've got the piece pulled up on my iPad. The funny part is they haven't officially, I don't think, really, said anything too much about these other than that something's coming. But if you go to their website, they're already listed on there with the price. And so I just kind of wanted to show you this on the iPad. This is the Silver Bullet 25th anniversary piece. It is a train piece. It is going to set you back. I think you can see down here. It says coming soon. Yeah, right up at the top there, $125 for that train piece. And it's the Silver Bullet. It looks pretty cool if you are into trains. I am not into trains, and so I was a little, I shouldn't say disappointed. I won't buy it because I don't like the train series. The Silver Bullet train, just maybe it's me, but it reminds me of Coors Light and the Silver Bullet train on all the commercials. So I get the whole werewolf and the Silver Bullet. I got it. It's pretty cool. So this piece here is the train. It does plug in. It's got some lights in it. I don't know exactly what will light up, but it does have a werewolf kind of in a cage in the back. You can see all this on the Department 56 website. And there is a coordinating piece. Now, let me see if I can pull that up. The coordinating piece that comes with this is called the Werewolf Hunter, and that is a 25th anniversary piece as well. And you can see the young lady there. Now, this does look like a pretty cool piece. It looks like it's a resin, which you guys know that I like. It looks like she's got a werewolf kind of a hat on, kind of like the Daniel Boone kind of theory there. Looks like maybe a werewolf coat on. She's clearly a werewolf hunter, and she's got this big silver gun that clearly shoots those big silver bullets to take down the werewolves. So that is a cool piece to coordinate with the train piece. So if you are a train collector for Department 56 and you have some of the haunted rail stuff already, you'll definitely want to pick this up. 1, it's a 25th year anniversary. 2, it kind of goes right into the theme of trains. So that leads to the question, are they bringing back trains? Are they bringing back pieces for the Haunted Rail series that was retired many years ago? I guess the answer is hopefully, in some cases, for you guys that collect the trains, this would be a good indication that perhaps they are going to start bringing that series back. That would be amazing. It would lengthen your train and require you to have more space to place it all in there. So maybe something to look forward to if you like the trains. Now, the other 3 pieces that I really want to talk about, I think I said there was 4, there's actually 5 pieces. The other 3 that I'm incredibly excited about, and I'll bring this one up here so you can see it. So you guys saw on the channel last year, I created the Sleepy Halloween gift box sets, 4 gift box sets celebrating Washington Irving's story of Sleepy Hollow. And I don't remember exactly the day. I think it was the early 2000s, maybe 2016. I could be completely wrong on the date of those. But they happened a while back and they retired. You can only get them now. They go for crazy amounts now on the secondhand market. This is amazing for me because I think they may be hopefully bringing back a series that's similar to this. This is Ichiban Crane's house. Now it's on the spendy side. It's $150. But if we just kind of zoom in on the house itself, it looks pretty amazing to me. It is a little more shiny than I like. It's Snow Village Halloween, so it looks like it may be a little more on the shiny side, but it's got some incredible, cool details on it. And so this is, to me, is a must-have just because of the series. I love Sleepy Hollow. So I am absolutely looking forward to that. I'm so happy they announced that. And then it comes with, actually, it doesn't come with anything other than a box. But you can buy the coordinating piece, which is actual Ichiban Crane, $22.50. And you can kind of see he's just a very tall, lanky, kind of a school teacher. He's got a book in his hand. He's got his head down. He's reading a book. And then obviously he was chased and you know, the Headless Horseman was really after Ichabod, right? That's the whole premise behind it. Really saw him a lot. And so in order for Ichabod to get away from the Headless Horseman, he had his own trusty steed, which is called Gunpowder. That was Ichabod's horse. And so you can pick this piece up for $25 too. It looks like a resin piece, really well done. And so you've got the horse, Gunpowder, that goes along with Ichabod. Both of these coordinating pieces go with the Sleepy Hollow Ichiban Crane's house. So to me, that's great news because I hope they continue this series into the future with maybe a release the following year of maybe another Headless Horseman, maybe the Schoolhouse, maybe the Witch Hat Tavern, maybe just kind of recreate that 4-piece gift set in their own individual pieces for Snow Village Halloween series in the coming years. That would be amazing. It would also require me to build another, probably a much larger Sleepy Hollow vignette, kind of a display. So pretty excited about this one. I will absolutely be picking up those 3 pieces to add to my collection. And then I hope and pray that they continue that series of Sleepy Hollow. I guess time will tell, but pretty excited about that. Again, you're going to see some of this stuff on Facebook Live tomorrow. I think when they sit down with the artist, at least with the 25th anniversary piece, I know that's what's going to be announced tomorrow, and perhaps they will kind of go over some of these other pieces in detail. Will they release anything else this year that we don't know about? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Tell me what you think in the comments, and tell me what you think about those pieces in the comments as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what the 25th anniversary silver bullet piece looks like, or if you're going to put it in your collection, or if you're excited like I am for the Sleepy Hollow stuff, starting with Ichiban Crane's house. Totally excited about that for me. So, hey, as always, if you've liked this review, please click the like button. And as always, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It certainly helps the channel to grow. It helps me out. And I do appreciate every like that I get. Honest to goodness, it does help the channel to grow. So if you haven't done that, please consider doing that. It means a lot to me. Hey, so where are we at with the Witch Hollow series? Well, the display. Well, I've got one of the stumps done. I'm going to do another video, hopefully today or tomorrow. And I've got some of the free foam that came in. It's not quite as thick as I wanted, but it's thick enough. And so we're going to do one more large stump and 2 smaller stumps. I'm going to do all those. I'm going to do all of those with the joint compound on the sides. I'm going to go through all that with you and show you what that looks like. So that'll be the next video in that. Once I'm done with the stumps, then really I've just got to start accessorizing and start setting this up. The bad part is I started to sort of measure where I wanted to put this into the hallway leading into our master bedroom. I don't think it's going to fit. I think it's going to be too large. I think it's going to have to go behind us. And that's okay. We'll make that work. It'll look really good irrespective of where we put it. But I think there's too much, and I think it's going to have to go out here. But time will tell. We will see. We've got a long way to go before we actually start decorating the house. So, hey, with that, we will talk to you guys again real soon. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you again soon.